Welcome to today's video. We're diving into the world of Australian commemorative coins, focusing on the 5 most valuable and expensive dollar coins ever released. These coins aren't just change in your pocket. They carry rich history, unique designs, and growing collector demand that make them true treasures in modern numismatics. First up, we're exploring the most rare and valuable, the 1999 Australian commemorative $1 coin issued for the International Year of Older Persons is often described as a hidden treasure within modern numismatics. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary circulating coin, but within collecting circles, it has steadily earned a reputation as one of the most sought-after issues of its denomination. Its appeal stems not only from its limited distribution and commemorative status, but also from its cultural symbolism and the role it plays in representing generational respect within Australian society. Unlike the many billions of common circulation dollars, this coin carries a narrative that elevates it into a class of its own, making it attractive even when encountered in well-worn or dirty condition. The historical context of this issue is significant. Struck by the Royal Australian Mint in 1999, the coin was produced to mark the United Nations proclamation of the International Year of Older Persons, a global initiative recognizing the contributions of older generations to society. This issue was not connected to a bicentennial milestone, but rather reflected Australia's engagement with international cultural observances. The Royal Australian Mint, already known for setting high standards in commemorative coinage during the late 20th century, reinforced its reputation through this issue by combining numismatic art with meaningful social themes. The release tied into Australia's broader commemorative coin program that helped shape modern collecting culture. The design itself embodies thoughtful craftsmanship. The obverse features the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, introduced in 1999, marking a transitional moment in Australian coinage portraiture. The reverse, designed specifically for this commemorative release, depicts a stylized image symbolizing the support and interconnectedness of older persons within the community. Struck in aluminum bronze, the coin weighs 9 grams and measures 25 millimeters in diameter, consistent with circulating $1 specifications. The imagery is both abstract and symbolic, serving as a visual reminder of dignity and inclusion. This duality, everyday use combined with profound symbolism, is part of what attracts collectors. Scarcity is a key factor behind the coin's desirability. While not struck in extremely low numbers compared to proof or collector-only issues, its circulation distribution was relatively small, and few examples have survived in pristine condition. Many were quickly absorbed into everyday commerce, leading to heavy wear, scratches, and soiling. Even circulated examples, though common in appearance, carry a premium due to their cultural resonance and limited high-grade survivals. Error varieties, such as off-center strikes or misaligned dies, are extremely rare and can command significant premiums, reinforcing the perception of scarcity within the collector market. Importantly, this is one of those coins where condition does not erase desirability. Dirty or well-circulated examples still attract buyers. Current market values reflect this layered demand. In circulated condition, the 1999 International Year of Older Persons dollar often sells for between $300 Australian dollars and $800, depending on eye appeal and wear. High-grade uncirculated examples, especially those certified by PCGS or NGC, can fetch $2,500 Australian dollars to $5,000, while proof or specimen strikes can exceed $8,000 Australian dollars. Exceptional error pieces, though scarcely seen, can reach into the hundreds of dollars at auction. Collector enthusiasm has been stable, but shows gradual upward movement, driven by both the coin's social theme and its limited availability in higher grades. This pattern suggests that it is not a speculative spike, but a steady appreciation in line with growing recognition. For collectors, identifying and preserving these coins is critical. Genuine examples are easy to distinguish due to their unique reverse design, but condition remains the central challenge. Cleaning or polishing heavily circulated coins diminishes value, so preservation should prioritize natural patina and careful storage. Certification can enhance marketability, particularly for uncirculated or proof examples, as grading removes uncertainty about authenticity and quality. The long-term perspective on the 1999 International Year of Older Persons dollar is clear. It is more than just a collectible. It is a cultural marker. Its design captures a global moment when societies were asked to reflect on the contributions of older generations, embedding values of respect and inclusion into national currency. As an investment, it continues to benefit from stable demand, limited pristine supply, and historical significance. For numismatists, it represents a chance to hold a small but powerful artifact of social history. For investors, it provides a modest but reliable asset that is likely to appreciate further as younger collectors seek out meaningful commemoratives. This blend of cultural symbolism and market strength ensures its lasting appeal. And secondly, we're talking about the most expensive and valuable. The 1993 Landcare Australia $1 coin stands as a hidden treasure, a piece whose true stature is only now being fully appreciated by the numismatic community. Unlike many commemorative issues that fade into obscurity, this coin has cultivated a formidable reputation, commanding strong interest and escalating values that starkly contrast with its face value. Its appeal is not rooted in precious metal content, but in a potent combination of extreme scarcity, profound cultural symbolism, and its unique status as a coin that was almost entirely absorbed into circulation. It stands apart from ordinary circulation pieces not through ostentatious design, but through its elusive nature. Finding one, even in the most worn and dirty condition, is considered a notable event for a collector, transforming a simple coin hunt into a potential discovery of a significant numismatic artifact. The historical significance of the Landcare dollar is deeply intertwined with Australia's evolving national identity in the late 20th century. Struck during an era of heightened environmental awareness, it was not minted for a royal visit or a political anniversary, but for a grassroots movement. Landcare Australia, officially launched in 1989, represented a pioneering partnership between community groups, government, and businesses to address land degradation. The 1993 coin served as a tangible, government-sanctioned symbol of this burgeoning national ethos, making it a rare piece of socio-political history captured in aluminium bronze. Its production was a collaborative effort, with the Royal Australian Mint utilizing its expertise to translate a national cause into a lasting numismatic legacy. This context elevates it beyond mere currency. It is a miniature monument to a defining Australian value of environmental stewardship, minted not for profit but for principle, a fact that profoundly influences its collectability. The coin's design and craftsmanship eloquently communicate its purpose. The obverse features the Raphael Makhlouf effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a standard portrait for the era, which provides a familiar anchor of continuity. The reverse, designed by Vladimir Gottwald, is a masterpiece of symbolic minimalism. It depicts two human figures, a man and a woman, planting a sapling together under a radiating sun. This imagery is powerfully evocative, representing community, cooperation, hope, and a direct investment in the future. The figures are not distinct personalities but universal symbols, making the message timeless and inclusive. The words Landcare Australia arc above the scene, with the denomination below. Struck on a standard 12-sided planchet, its craftsmanship lies in the clarity of its message. The design's simplicity is its strength, but it also contributed to its vulnerability. The high-relief details, particularly the figures and the sun's rays, were prone to rapid wear and striking imperfections, factors that would later define its rarity. The scarcity of the 1993 Landcare dollar is legendary and is the primary driver of its mythos. While a mintage of approximately 500,000 pieces was reported, the vast majority were released directly into circulation, where their distinctive color and size made them prime targets for vending machines and cash registers. They were spent, saved in jars, and handled relentlessly, leading to catastrophic attrition rates for coins in collectible condition. Consequently, locating a specimen in mint state, MS, condition is exceptionally difficult, with populations in top grades, MS 65 and above, being minuscule. This scarcity is compounded by recognized error varieties, such as the no stems variety where the sapling lacks root details, which command substantial premiums. Crucially, the demand for this coin is so intense that condition, even when poor, exerts a powerful influence. A heavily circulated, dirty, or scratched Landcare dollar still holds a significant premium over its face value and is eagerly sought after to fill collections, a testament to its status where ownership itself is a priority, with upgrades to better condition being a long-term goal for most. Current market valuations for the Landcare dollar reflect its extreme desirability and grade-dependent rarity. A well-worn, circulated example, fine to very fine grade, that is dirty and shows significant loss of detail on the figures and sun can still command between $500 and $1,500, a substantial multiplier on its face value. Examples in lower mint state grades, MS60 to MS63, routinely achieve prices ranging from $2,000 to $4,500. The market truly accelerates for superlative specimens. Coins graded MS65 have sold for over $5,000, and the handful known in MS66 or better have broken the $8,000 barrier at auction. The rare, no stems variety can double these values across all grades. This price trajectory is not a temporary spike, but a sustained climb fueled by collector enthusiasm, population report data, and the simple economic principle of intense demand meeting an incredibly limited supply of high-grade examples. For collectors pursuing this numismatic grail, a methodical and informed approach is essential. The 1993 Landcare Australia $1 coin offers a compelling narrative that resonates on multiple levels. As a cultural artifact, it is a beautifully designed, permanent record of a pivotal national movement, capturing a moment when environmental consciousness became embedded in the Australian psyche. As a financial asset, its investment appeal is robust, underpinned by irrefutable rarity and a mature, data-driven collector market that recognizes its unique position in the decimal series. Its potential for continued appreciation seems assured, not through speculation, but through the steady, relentless pressure of new collectors entering the hobby and seeking to acquire one of its most famous and elusive issues. It is a coin that rewards patience, knowledge, and a keen eye, embodying the very spirit of collecting where the greatest treasures are often those that were once overlooked but are now rightfully celebrated. And thirdly, we're talking about the ultra-rare and most valuable, the 1988 Australian Commemorative $1 coin celebrating the first fleet bicentenary has steadily grown into one of the most sought-after coins in modern Australian numismatics. While it was originally released for circulation, its deeper cultural significance and enduring scarcity in high-grade examples elevate it far above the status of a typical circulating dollar. Collectors often describe it as a hidden treasure of Australian coinage, one that rewards both seasoned numismatists and casual finders who may stumble across it in circulation. Its reputation has matured in recent decades, with strong interest driven not only by rarity, but also by its symbolic role in commemorating one of the most formative moments in the nation's history. The coin's historical significance lies in its release during Australia's bicentenary celebrations, marking 200 years since the arrival of the First Fleet in 1788. This was not simply a ceremonial issue. It reflected a broader national reflection on heritage, identity, and the contested legacy of colonization. The Royal Australian Mint played a critical role in shaping this coinage as part of the commemorative landscape, offering a tangible reminder of the bicentennial year. In this context, the 1988 bicentenary dollar was more than a currency. It was a portable monument that found its way into the daily lives of Australians while simultaneously carrying a weight of historical narrative. The design embodies this cultural symbolism through its thoughtful artistry. The obverse carries the familiar effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a continuity that links Australia to its Commonwealth traditions. The reverse, however, is where the true character of the coin emerges, featuring an intricate depiction of a tall ship representing the First Fleet. The ship sails forward, its masts and sails designed with precision to capture both motion and gravitas. At 25 millimeters in diameter and struck in aluminium bronze, the coin's golden tone complements its celebratory purpose, while the details of the engraving remind the holder of the maritime journey that marked the beginning of European settlement. This level of craftsmanship reflects not just technical skill, but also a symbolic effort to enshrine the bicentennial event in the national consciousness. Scarcity is central to its appeal. While millions were minted for general circulation, the survival rate of pristine, uncirculated examples has dwindled, particularly because these coins were heavily used. The nature of the alloy makes them prone to wear, scratches, and loss of luster, so finding a well-preserved example is significantly harder than casual collectors may assume. Even in dirty or circulated condition, demand remains robust because of the cultural narrative embedded in the coin. On occasion, minting anomalies such as weak strikes or planchet flaws further elevate individual examples into the category of highly prized rarities, giving numismatists additional reasons to pursue them. Market value has shown consistent resilience. Circulated examples typically command only modest premiums, often in the $3 to $8 range, but higher-grade specimens and certified uncirculated pieces can reach $40 to $60 depending on eye appeal. Error coins, or examples with exceptional preservation, have exceeded $100 at auction, particularly in markets where Australian commemoratives are aggressively collected. The trajectory of values has been shaped by increasing global interest in modern commemorative issues, reflecting how this coin has shifted from a common pocket piece to an appreciating asset. While not every example will deliver a financial windfall, the trend highlights strong collector enthusiasm that continues to bolster its desirability. For collectors, guidance revolves around both knowledge and preservation. Genuine examples are readily identifiable, but care should be taken to distinguish circulated pieces from high-grade ones that carry the greatest value. Professional grading services can authenticate and protect coins, ensuring long-term preservation and establishing a marketable grade. Collectors are also advised to store the coin in non-reactive holders to prevent the aluminium-bronze alloy from toning or corroding. When acquiring specimens, attention to strike quality, detail in the sails, and minimal surface wear can make the difference between an average piece and a premium collectible. Beyond the financial and technical dimensions, the coin's importance lies in its role as a cultural artifact. It encapsulates a defining narrative in Australian history, while also sparking conversations about heritage, commemoration, and national identity. For investors, it offers an appealing balance of affordable entry points with the potential for steady appreciation. For historians and numismatists, it serves as a tactile reminder of how coins can function as miniature monuments to pivotal events. What sets the 1988 First Fleet Bicentenary Dollar apart from many other commemoratives is the way it continues to resonate with multiple generations of collectors, investors, and casual finders alike. For older Australians, it recalls the pageantry and reflection of the bicentennial year, while for younger numismatists, it represents an accessible entry point into the world of historical coin collecting without requiring immense financial outlay. This duality, being both a modestly priced circulated coin and a historically charged artifact, makes it unusually versatile within the market. Ultimately, the 1988 First Fleet Bicentenary $1 coin continues to resonate with collectors because it bridges history, symbolism, and value. Whether found in circulation, displayed in a collection, or secured as an investment, it holds a distinct position in Australian coinage. Its story is not simply about rarity or price, but about the enduring ability of a small piece of metal to carry the weight of a nation's collective memory. That layered significance ensures its place as one of the most collectible coins of its denomination, both today and in the decades to come. And at the end, we're exploring the 1996 Sir Henry Parkes, father of Federation $1 coin exists as a truly hidden treasure, a piece whose formidable reputation is often inversely proportional to its public visibility. Unlike many commemorative issues that are saved in bulk by the public, this particular coin largely slipped into circulation unnoticed at the time of its release, destined for a fate of commerce and consequent wear. Its growing, almost mythic status among dedicated collectors stems from this very obscurity and the subsequent realization of its extreme scarcity, particularly in high grades. It commands intense interest not merely as a piece of currency, but as a profound numismatic error in judgment by the mint and the public alike, a rare instance where a special issue was treated as utterly ordinary, making any survivor, regardless of condition, a coveted relic. This coin stands apart from ordinary circulation pieces not through flashy bimetallic composition or distinctive shape, but through the quiet power of its historical narrative and the stark reality of its survival rates, making even a well-worn example a significant collectible. The coin's profound significance is rooted in its commemoration of Sir Henry Parkes, a colossus of Australian political history whose visionary advocacy for a united continent earned him the posthumous title Father of Federation. Struck in 1996, the centenary of his death, the issue arrived during a period of intense national reflection on identity, coinciding with the aftermath of the 1988 bicentenary and building momentum towards the centenary of Federation in 2001. This timing places it within a crucial era of modern Australian commemorative coinage, where the Royal Australian Mint sought to educate and inspire through its currency. The Mint itself, by choosing to release this into general circulation rather than as a separate numismatic product, made a deliberate statement that history belongs in the hands of the people. This decision, while noble in intent, is the primary catalyst for its rarity, as the public, unaware of its future importance, spent it without a second thought, embedding its story directly into the economic life of the nation and subsequently erasing most of its population through attrition. From a design perspective, the coin is a masterpiece of symbolic numismatic art. The obverse features the Raphael Makhlouf effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a portrait renowned for its youthful and idealized representation. The true artistry, however, resides on the reverse, designed by Michael Tracy. It presents a powerful and solemn portrait of an aged Sir Henry Parkes in profile, his visage etched with the determination and struggle of his political life. The design is remarkably detailed for a circulating coin, capturing the texture of his hair, the lines on his face, and the set of his jaw. Behind him, subtly integrated into the background, is a representation of the Australian continent, symbolically linking the man directly to the nation he helped forge. The inscriptions Sir Henry Parkes and Father of Federation frame the portrait, leaving no doubt as to his contribution. This level of intricate craftsmanship, while beautiful, also meant that the high-relief details were exceptionally vulnerable to wear the moment the coin entered circulation, a key factor in the scarcity of well-preserved specimens. The scarcity of the Parkes dollar is legendary and multifaceted. Its rarity is not one of limited mintage in the absolute sense. Millions were struck, but one of catastrophic survival rates in mint state condition. It is estimated that as few as 10,000 to 15,000 examples exist in grades above MS65, a minuscule fraction of the original mintage, with gem-quality specimens being exponentially rarer. This phenomenon occurred because the coin was primarily intended for circulation. It was stored in bulk bags, distributed through banks, and subjected to the harsh machinery of vending systems and countless pockets. Consequently, the vast majority exhibit significant abrasions, loss of detail on Parkes's hair and facial features, and muted luster. This extreme scarcity and high grade means that even heavily circulated examples, which would be dismissed for more common coins, retain substantial collector demand. A well-worn Parkes dollar is not a damaged coin but a survivor, and its value is underpinned by the near impossibility of finding one that is not. The current market value for this coin is entirely dictated by its condition, creating a staggering gradient in price. A heavily circulated example, graded fair to good, FRG, can still command between $200 to $500, a massive premium over its face value, simply for verification of its identity and genuine wear. In lower mint state grades like MS62, the value jumps into the hundreds of dollars. The true market excitement, however, begins at MS65, where prices consistently range from $1,200 to $2,000 ID. Superb gem examples graded MS67 have realized auction prices in excess of $5,000 Australian dollars, reflecting the intense competition among top-tier collectors for the finest known examples. This price trajectory is not merely speculative. It is fueled by well-documented population reports from grading services that starkly illustrate the extreme shortage of high-grade coins. Collector enthusiasm remains white-hot, ensuring that any noteworthy example that appears at a major auction is guaranteed to generate competitive bidding and strong prices. For collectors pursuing this numismatic grail, a meticulous and informed approach is paramount. The first step is positive identification and authentication, as its common appearance can lead to it being overlooked or, conversely, encourage the creation of counterfeits designed to deceive unwary buyers. Acquiring a coin that has been professionally graded and encapsulated by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC is the strongest assurance of authenticity and condition. The 1996 Parks $1 coin transcends its nominal value to occupy a unique dual role as an irreplaceable cultural artifact and a compelling financial asset. It is a tangible piece of Australia's federative spirit, a pocket-sized monument to a pivotal architect of the nation. Its journey from common currency to numismatic superstar, dictated by its own historical narrative and the realities of circulation, is a story as compelling as the man it honors. For the astute collector and investor, it represents a paradigm of modern rarity, common in origin but rare in preservation. Its potential for continued appreciation appears robust, anchored by its profound historical roots, its undeniable scarcity, and its unwavering status as a cornerstone of any advanced collection of modern Australian coinage. It is a coin that rewards those who understand that true value is often found not in pristine perfection alone, but in the recognition of a story worth preserving.